Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Vandy, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome on back. If you don't already know, I'm a hair and makeup artist located in Austin, Texas, and I specialize in natural hair services and braiding. If you clicked on that thumbnail, you already know what this is about. We're going to be talking about the oh so popular passion twists. You've seen them all over the place and you want some. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing in depth what you're going to need for an install. I'm also going to talk about install techniques, which includes no rubber band crochet. I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks on how to make them look full, how to make sure that they don't slip out, and I'm also going to cover a little bit of maintenance so you can keep them going long and strong. So if you want to see how to get the oh so sexy passion twist, make sure you stay tuned. So we're going to jump right into what you're going to need. As far as hair goes, the most popular brand of hair is the Freelance brand and the Water Wave. The reason Water Wave is so popular is because it is super light. I've also had people use Bohemian braid, which is a tighter curl, and also the deep wave. You can possibly get away with that with some hair types. For the methods I'm going to show you today, you're also going to need a crochet needle. The most important thing to consider here is the curl pattern. You're going to want a tight curl so that curl stays in place. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to be using the Water Wave brand here on my client. And I chose this particular client because she does have fine hair, and if you can master this on fine hair, you can master this on any hair type. So with method number one, and this is probably the one that you see most often, we're just going to interlock the braid and braid it from the root. Once we get down to a comfortable level, we're going to twist it to the bottom. I call it interlocking because what you don't want to do is just wrap that hair around the hair and use her hair as a third leg. It is going to fall out if you do that. This hair is really soft and really slippery. So if you don't interlock, or what you would say start it off as like a cornrow, then you're going to have a lot of problems with the hair falling out at the root. So yeah, you're just going to braid it down a little bit and then start twisting all the way down to the bottom. For method number two, we're just going to add a little volume to that same braid. And all I'm going to do is crochet a piece of hair to the root and then wrap it around the hair. It's important to note that with Water Wave hair, you have to braid to the left. With Bohemian hair, you have to braid to the right because the curl patterns are different. And that's what we're working with. And for method number three, this is an alternative to the rubber band method and works very well for people who have long enough and strong enough hair to support the braid. So I'm just braiding her hair from the root, and I'm going to braid down a couple of inches and just twist to the ends. This is also going to help reduce the amount of frizz that she experiences in her braids because her hair is tucked away. And then I'm just going to crochet a couple of pieces at the root and then twist down as normal. Again, this is ideal for those who have long enough hair to support the braid and also thick enough. I wouldn't do this around her edges because her edges are a little bit thinner, but the middle of her head is a lot thicker, so it is able to support the braid. So again, another alternative to rubber bands. Number one, there in the middle, that's just a regular braid from the root. Number two, we add a little volume, adding that crochet piece. And then number three is the alternative to the rubber band method. So that's it for this client. She's all set and ready to go for her vacation. And we're gonna move on to DIYing it. So I'm going to be showing you how I do this on my own hair. And for my hair, hello, welcome to my bare naked face and my natural hair. For my hair, I washed it that morning and I just put it in some large twists. I actually went and ran some errands today and I let it air dry. So this is what I'm working with. And the method I'm going to be using today is number 3, where I'm going to braid from the root and twist to the bottom and then crochet pieces in the middle. My products of choice today are going to be my pink moisturizer and just a little bit of Eco Styler for my ends. I'm going to need some crochet hooks. They do come in different sizes, and since I'm going to be using a lot of hair today, I'm going to go with my larger one here. Also going to need some clips and a comb for parting. The hair I'm going to be using today is by Bobby Boss. This is in the Water Curl 18 inches. I chose this hair simply because of the length and the color. Unfortunately, this color was super hard to find, so this is what I went with, and I used a full 6 packs. Yes, 6 packs of this hair. I'm glad I chose this hair because it was actually really easy to work with. So as you can see, I've already finished the back of my hair and I've already plaited off the front of my hair in large sections, comfortable sections that I'm comfortable with. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways that I do these last 2, just to show you that, you know, it is all about personal preference. Some people want it to look full, some people want it to look thin. I even had a client come to me and tell me I only want 4 packs of hair in my head. So if that's what you want, that's what you want. So I'm just gonna work with this section, put some of my pink lotion in, and then start braiding. So once I finish braiding my natural hair down, I'm going to crochet a couple pieces in the root and then proceed to twist down. Again, with this particular hair pattern, I'm going to have to braid a twist to the left. And that is it. I'm going to cut off those little straggly hairs at the bottom just to trim it up, and that is it for that braid. Tugging on it to make sure it's nice and secure. That bad boy ain't going nowhere. So now moving on to the second one, I'm actually going to take a piece of the hair. I'm just going to pull off a piece of hair and I'm going to braid that onto my hair, essentially acting as its rubber band. And as you can see, I am going to interlock my hair with it. Don't worry, I'm going to replay that nice and slow so you can catch that again. Wrapping the hair around my hair. My hair is the third leg. Then as I do the third turn, I'm going to split my hair in 2 and add it to the other sections. This is another way to interlock your hair in with this hair. This method can work with all kinds of different crochet methods. I'm choosing to do this because it works for me. So I'm going to proceed to braiding that down. And as you can see, I get a little bit more tighter grip there at the root because I'm using the other hair as essentially my rubber band. Once I finish braiding that down, to add the volume, I'm going to crochet a couple more pieces through there and just braid that all the way down again. So yeah, that is essentially it. This is the finished look. I am absolutely in love with the color. I'm in love with the fullness. The Bobbi Boss hair is actually a lot more easier to work with to get the fluffiness. When you're working with the freelance hair and you have to pull it apart, it can become a nightmare when it gets tangled. So with this hair, I was very happy that I did not have to pull it apart and I could build up the volume based on my preference. So yeah, that is what we're working with. I am ready to go on my vacation. So let's move on to tips and tricks. Once I was done with my hair, I noticed that I wanted more volume in it, especially towards the middle there. So all I'm going to do is simply take an additional piece of hair. I think I used 2 or 3 pieces. And I'm just going to crochet that in the roots of my braid in the areas I want the more fullness to be. And I am going to twist it on down. Moving on to trick number 2, a lot of folks don't really care to see the braid at the root, which is understandable, but there's a way around that. So what I'm going to do in this case, I am going to crochet a piece in the middle. I'm going to clip a piece back, and using the other piece, I'm going to wrap that around the base of my braid in order to conceal the braid. Once I've concealed the braid, I'm going to bring that other piece down and proceed to twisting it down to the bottom. Don't worry, I'll get you a close-up. And I'm only using 1 piece of hair here. You could use a larger piece to make it a little bit fuller, but that is the gist of it. If you want to conceal that braid, this is a good alternative to concealing it. Lastly, let's talk about maintenance. Let me introduce you to my bonnet here. This is the extra large variety. I'm going to make sure that 1, I am not playing in my hair all day every day. That's going to reduce the frizz. And then 2, I am going to be wearing my satin bonnet at night. This is going to change your life. So yeah, that is it for the video. I hope this was helpful to you all who are wanting to get this look. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss other videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. If you like that protective style, you'll probably like these. So what you waiting for? Go ahead and click it.